I'm a visual learner, so I always find it easier to draw a map or a diagram to help me figure out the math for calculating yardage in my upholstery projects. In this video, I demonstrate my visual mapping technique to determine how much wool batting I need to wrap latex cushions for a mid-century style Minerva sofa. You can use this method to figure out yardage for your DIY upholstery project, including fabric, batting, or any material that comes off the roll. For these calculations, I'm using the 84-inch wide premium wool batting that we have in our shop, which has this thin spun backing, which is also wool. If you're using a different wool batting, you may need to change that 84-inch width to the width of your batting. I also recommend that you download the free worksheet, How to Measure Your Cushion for Wool Batting, which gives you more details. You can find that in the links below this video. For this example, I'll be doing calculations for the Minerva sofa, which is a mid-century style sofa with a seat cushion, a wedge-shaped back cushion, and 2 pillows. To create a cutting map for your batting, start with a scaled-down picture of your wool batting as you would see it from above when laid out on the floor or a table. This particular map is not actually to scale. I just use the graph paper underneath to help me draw straight lines. I start by writing out the cushion measurements on the side. The seat cushion is 74.5 by 28.5 by 4.5 inches thick. The back cushion is 74.5 inches wide as well, but since this is a wedge-shaped cushion, I'm going to do this one a little bit differently than the standard rectangular seat cushion. I like to draw a side view with the measurements. It's easiest if you can measure each side directly. If you can't, then there's some geometry involved, which we won't get into here. So the measured dimensions are 3.5 inches deep at the top, the back is 15.5 inches tall, the bottom is 8 inches, and the front is actually 16.14 inches, which I'm rounding up to 16.5. The 2 pillows are 20.5 by 10 by 3 inches thick. If you've downloaded the worksheet, you'll see the diagram that shows you how to book wrap the wool around the foam. If you're not familiar with the book wrap method, it might be helpful for you to watch the video How to Cut Wool Batting for a Latex Cushion. You can see that link below this video. It gives a clear illustration of how the shapes I'm mapping out on paper fit around the actual cushion. Starting with the seat cushion, the first thing I want to do is check to see if the long dimension, which is the width in this case, will fit across the 84-inch width of the batting. So I add 74.5 plus 4.5 for each end, so that's 74.5 plus 9 equals 83.5, which just happens to fit perfectly within the 84-inch wool width. Next, I map the 28.5-inch dimension of the cushion, and again add the 4.5-inch cushion thickness. The dotted lines represent the edges of the foam where the wool wraps around it. Then I just need to add the other 28.5-inch dimension. So the parts of the cushion represented in this diagram are the face, the sides, which are also called the box, and the other face. And the places marked with an X or scratched out are the sections that will be cut away to allow folding and fitting of the batting around the foam. The final step is to add together the 4 dimensions along the side here. So my calculations tell me I need 66 inches of batting to wrap this seat cushion. The wedge-shaped back cushion gets a slightly different treatment. Instead of a single book-wrapped piece, I'll end up with 3 separate pieces. One large piece to wrap around the top, back, bottom, and front of the cushion, plus 2 wedge-shaped end pieces. Note that the large piece has no cutouts since there's no wrapping around at the ends. When I add up the dimensions along the side, I get 43.5 inches as the length of wool needed to wrap the back cushion. When mapping the pillows and end pieces, I find I can fit all of them across the 84-inch batting width. With the 20.5-inch pillow dimension of both pillows across the width, I add the 10-inch dimension down the side along with the 3-inch boxing to get a total of 26 inches. Finally, I can see that the wedge-shaped end pieces will fit easily in the remaining space. When I add up the totals for each cushion along the side, which is 66 inches for the seat cushion, 43.5 inches for the back cushion, and 26 inches for the pillows and back cushion end pieces, I get 135.5 inches. I divide that by 36 to get 3.76 yards of wool, which I round up to 4 yards because it's nice to have a little extra when cutting. So that's it. I need 4 yards of 84-inch wide premium wool batting for this Minerva sofa project. Got questions? Just ask them in the comments below this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends.